So my wife and I just got back from a staycation right here in California, and we had an amazing time. And I thought I had to come back and hop on my channel and share 3 amazing things that I learned and how you can use them to style your life and continue to maximize and propel to a higher level. So with that in mind, in this video, we're going to go into 3 different topics. And as I think about it, I might separate this thing into 3 different videos, depending how much I talk, because I can get long-winded sometimes. But nonetheless, I want to make this video short and concise and share with you how to maximize some of the features that we learned while on this vacation and staycation that we had. So first off, before we begin, as usual, thank you so much for visiting. Those of you that do subscribe and do follow regularly, I thank you so much. It means a lot. As you know, we dedicate a lot of time and effort into making quality videos that you can use and apply information right now and immediately. So thank you for continuing subscribing. Hit that notification button. And those of you that are here for the first time, thank you. I don't think you came here by accident. As you know, and in my mindset, everything is intentional. I think you came here for a reason. So please stay here. Click that like button, click that subscribe button, share, and let's stay in touch and continue to style your life to a higher level. So 3 things that we'll talk about in this video. Number 1, we stayed at an amazing hotel resort at the Ritz-Carlton in Santa Barbara. We're going to talk about that. Number 2, I'm going to show you tricks and tips how to maximize the American Express Platinum card and its features. And then number 3, a little short segment that might be valuable to some people. This is the first time that we travel with a toddler and our newborn daughter. And I'll share with you some things that you can keep in mind to maximizing your luxury experience as a couple while traveling with a child. Can get tricky, but you can make it successful. So hopping into number 1, and as you dive in, and as you see the content, we stayed at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton in neighboring Santa Barbara, and it was absolutely amazing. The courtyard, the service is it's literally tough to put in words, as you hear. And I've had the privilege of staying in Ritz-Carlton in very, very fine hotels a few times in my life, and I'm very grateful for that. And please hear that the right way. It's not a boastful state, but this is a lifestyle channel, so we should talk about lifestyle. So it's a blessing that I got a chance to stay here in Santa Barbara with my wife and my daughter. And when we got there, the service is just, wow, blown away. And when we got there, one of the features that we'll talk about later is we got the complimentary upgrade, because with the state of COVID, a lot of rooms and a lot of hotels are not booking full out. So therefore, there's more rooms available. And if you're using your American Express Platinum card, which offers you a complimentary upgrade as long as it's available, most of the time at this state, it's available, because a lot of hotels are not even booking at full capacity. So we have the opportunity to get this complimentary upgrade to this corner view suite that was just amazing. And I'll show you, as you see in some of the videos already, is the bathtub that's there. My wife uses them 6'5", so it's not easy for me to fit in any bathtub for that matter. But you don't have to even compromise when you actually go over to like the vanity area, if you will, or like this second suite area that has the closet and a washroom. It was a great space for my wife to do makeup and prepare for the day without having to, take up other spaces. As you know, makeup takes up a lot of counter space. But nonetheless, it was a beautiful, beautiful arena. When you actually get into the room, you get to see that it's a nice open space that you can view, and then to the right you got like the outside balcony. I'll get into that in a second. But here to the left, I actually asked them to, when they brought the bags up, I asked them to put my daughter's her toys like on the bed so she feels like she's at home. And they do these types of little stuff when you go to the Ritz-Carlton. Sounds quirky and weird, but they will do it. And that's the fun and experience about styling your life and staying at great hotels. And you can go from this backside, you can see the opposite side, seeing through the bathroom and to the desk area, which no one uses on vacation except me, because I'm the one typing and still kind of working with my wife and my daughter asleep. So with that in mind, as we go outside to the balcony, this is where we got to really enjoy the experience. Like, we got a chance to really like just chill out on the balcony, order food in and then just enjoy like this calm, peaceful environment of birds and breeze and ocean and fresh air. And it was just awesome experience. Additionally, on top of it, one thing that I enjoyed about the Ritz-Carlton is that, you know, they don't compromise. You know, there's nothing that is taken lightly. You know, I think every detail matters, and many of you know that in styling your life, everything matters. Something may not matter as much as others, but everything does matter on some level or some scale. Everything matters. So with that in mind, you know, I love the fact that I had this beautiful Nespresso coffee maker, a mini version, in my room. So I didn't feel like I had to compromise my coffee. Many of you have seen my previous Nespresso video. If you haven't, please check that out. And you'll learn why I enjoy this machine so much. And in my Ritz-Carlton hotel room, there was this beautiful Nespresso that I had a chance to use while on site. I had these beautiful chocolates that they provided with me, and then a cup of coffee. I am just in a beautiful place. And then I have the two beautiful women in my life, my wife and my daughter. It was just an amazing, amazing time. Additionally, I think that there's some additional benefits that I learned. Like, there was a fireplace in the room, something that I learned that I always thought I wanted to have, but now I'm certain that it's something that I desire to have a two-way, double-sided fireplace, if you will, that can go to one room on one side and the other room on the other side. That was great. My wife kind of laughed at me as I was using the actual fireplace in the room, and we were only there for a couple of days, but man, that was really cool to be able to use the fireplace in the room. As we talked about the couple of days thing, we're going to start making a shift in styling your life and how you can use certain credit cards, and particularly your travel rewards credit cards, to really maximize and style your life at the highest level. So I have the privilege of, you know, in running my company, having a pretty elite business platinum card that allows me to get so many different features. And the full transparency here is that when we went to Santa Barbara the first time, shame on me, kind of messed up, booked the hotel, beautiful on the inside, fantastically upgraded, granite countertops, yada yada yada, all the great stuff. But awkwardly, we were in like a very rural, like small area that didn't give us a hotel lobby vibe feel. And I found that that's important when traveling with a child. So messed up on that side, but now grateful that we had so many reward points that we were in a position to just hop on the phone with the American Express concierge, tell them the experience that we had, and just had them literally search for another hotel and a comparable hotel, which ended up being from what we now know or think, a better hotel at the Ritz-Carlton, to be in a position to enjoy the whole environment and the scenery. Now, the key, that's one, the concierge is just amazing. I think they go way out of their way to service and provide value to its members, right? and they were calling us back like, hey, we couldn't find this hotel, but we actually found this. Is this better, et cetera, et cetera. Turns out that we actually end up getting this hotel at a rate that was less than other hotels that were not as good, just because it was somewhat of a holiday weekend, and it turned out to be fantastic. When we actually went there, the beautiful thing, back to the benefits of the American Express Platinum, we do get an early check-in. So even though we were only there for a couple of days, it feels like we were there for like longer, because one, you check in early, so now you get that whole day to spend, which feels like a day. Then you actually do go to sleep, and then you have that full day, of course, and then the next day full day. And then when you actually check out, you have a late checkout, meaning that you can check out in many hotels, again, long as it's available, somewhere around 3-4 o'clock, and maybe even later if they're friendly and how nice they want to be. So you almost get to feel a longer experience even in a shorter time. So that's one of the features and benefits that you get by having that early check-in and late checkout. Additionally, when you're on site, we knew of this from previous experiences, but we really maximized it this time, and we could have maxed it out a little bit more. Many times when you're using and booking with your actual travel card, you do get bonuses or rewards dollars that you can actually use on site for lunches, dinners, room service, dining, the list goes on, whatever. And many times that $100 or $200 a day, I think in our case it was $100 a day, you can use for anything. So you really often don't have to go off site of the resort to really eat unless you want to enjoy other experiences, which we did. But we could have stayed there and just capitalized and using it. So even though you may be booking at one particular hotel, the advantage of potentially using at one of the partner hotels that actually allows for the rewards and benefits to come to you, you might be saving more money by having the features and benefits attached with the rewards dollars that are available to you while on site. The food was actually extraordinary, and I felt like there were two dishes. One thing that I took over the top, their avocado toast, sounds so simple, was amazing. I called to actually get the recipe for their avocado toast because I thought it was so good. Secondly, my wife had this chia, how do you say it? Chia seed pudding, or yogurt or something like that she again thought was amazing, and she couldn't think about it. So I actually called them asking the chefs in the recipe. They do weird stuff like this that was just absolutely amazing. Now, in closing this video, one thing that we learned, that this will be a nugget for certain people that do have children and travel at luxury hotels with children. We were a little nervous about this because, you know, children cry, children yell, children scream, and we felt okay. One thing we're grateful for is our daughter is amazing. Everyone thinks their child's amazing, right? Yeah, but our child is amazing, and she just cries, she does scream at times, but it was actually okay. And one thing that I learned is that other people have children too, so it's not that bad of a deal. So most people are acceptable and receptive to that, so that was really grateful to be able in a position to not worry and not have that on your mind. Additionally, one thing we learned when we were switching hotels to get to the Ritz-Carlton is that children need space and lobby. Weird, right? Who thought about that? I never thought about that traveling single or traveling with my wife. The children just want to be in a wide open lobby space to just run around, play, scream, laugh, and jump. And that was something that we just didn't know, and how simple it is. You know, we were just in a lobby, and my daughter was having a blast because it's this wide open new space that she can enjoy and experience. So something to keep in mind if you're traveling with children, just have the open space. The private boutique small hotels, which my wife and I love when we travel alone, it's not as easy when traveling with children. Children need the actually wide open space. I get it, right? And then in closing, I think another thing we learned is that having a place that offers high level of service like the Ritz-Carlton did, you need that. You know, you want to be able to get a crib, have the crib delivered, have additional strollers and buggies and wheelies and bikes and things that are just available for children and toddlers that, again, first time traveling with a child, never even thought about. But all those things matter. Going into a space that has somewhat of a compartment of a room, we're able to have my daughter in her own space while we're still in our own space, and you get a full and a better experience of the actual beautification, the beautiful environment. There we go. The beautiful environment of the hotel by having your daughter or child be in their own space, and then we as parents can be in our own space as well. So there you have it. 3 things. Again, I'll rewind, see if it's too much all impacting one. I'll do something else, but nonetheless, 3 things that you can keep in mind, you know, when traveling, how to maximize your rewards, and then, you know, traveling with a young one. And as usual, remember to style your life. I'm going to do a separate one in relation to the American Express rewards points and stuff, because that was very lucrative. We didn't even use any dollars. It's kind of cool, but I'm going to touch on that. But remember, you can have it too, and you can have literally every single thing in your life as long as you truly believe it. Yours truly, Michael Ferrera, signing off.